Hi there, this is Jennifer with Rome Fields, and today is day 16 of our 100 Days of Knit Stitches, and today's stitch is called Twigs, and it is a series of knits and purls, and then we have some cross right and left, so if you've been following along. No new stitches, just a different way to put them all together. And you want to cast on in multiples of 13. I cast on 13 plus 2. So I have 28 stitches on my needles because I wanted to repeat it twice so I have a good idea of what it looks like. And it is in a set of 8 rows. So row 1, go ahead and get started here, is going to be knit 1. And then we're going to cross 2 to the right. So we're going to knit in the front of the second stitch and then knit into the front of the first stitch. And then we're going to slide those 2 off. And then since I already have one set done, we have a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. All right, so we did cross 2 right, we're going to knit 2, and then we're going to cross 2 right again. So into the front of the second stitch, and then the first stitch, and then we'll slide those 2 off. And then we're going to knit 1, and then we're going to cross 2 to the left. So this one's not quite as easy. So we're going to knit into the back of the second stitch, and then the first stitch, and then we're going to slide those 2 off. And then we'll knit 3 stitches. Now we will repeat. We're going to knit 1, cross 1 to the right, and go to the front of the second stitch, and then the first stitch, and slip both of those off. Now we're going to knit 2, knit 2, and then we're going to cross 2 to the right again, knit 1, and then we will cross 2 to the left. I'm going to go into the back, turn that over a little bit, go into the back of that second stitch, and then we're going to go into the back of the first stitch, and then we'll slip those 2 off, and then we're going to knit 3, and then knit 2 stitches. That's the end of row 1. Not too bad. I think it comes along nicely. All right, so all of the even rows are purl stitches. So we're just going to purl all the way across the back. some more slack here. All right, so now we are ready for row 3. All right, so row 3, we're going to knit 4, all right, and we're going to cross 2 to the right. I'm going to knit 3. And cross 2 to the left. And then we're going to knit 2. And then we're going to repeat. So let's see here. We cross 2 to the left, knit 2. Yep. Knit 4, 2, oops, 3, 4, knit 2 to the right, and slip those off. Then knit 3, and then we're going to knit 2 to the left, we're going to knit 2, and then we're going to knit the last 2 stitches. Awesome. Good. Look here. I only really see one half of it at a time because it's kind of large on this. All right, then we're going to have an all purl row. All right, so get some slack here. Anyway, I try not to stop in the middle of a row. I like to have extra slack whenever I stop. I like to take a drink in between each row also, so I don't forget to drink my water during the day. All right, so let's see here. That was row 3, so now we're ready for row 5. So we're going to knit 3, and cross 2 to the right, and knit 1, cross 2 to the left, knit 2, and then we're going to cross 2 to the left again. And then we're going to knit 1. All right, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, just wanted to make sure where I kept going. All right, so now we are ready to repeat that. So we're going to knit 3. Cross 2 to the right. That's crossing 2 to the left. I'm going to cross 2 to the right. Knit 1. Now we're going to cross 2 to the left. And go to the back of the second stitch, back of the first stitch, and then slip them off. We're going to knit 2. And then we're going to cross 2 to the left again. Go to the back of the second stitch, back of the first stitch, and slide it off. Now we have, we have to have 4 left over. We're supposed to have 2 and 2. I'm not. Knit 1 and then knit 2. I'm in row 5. Sweet. Okay, as I said, but all of it's in the right place. Okay. So those are our twigs. Getting started there. Lay this down and get a focus on it. All right. That is what it's starting to look like there. That was row 5. So I'm going to purl row 6, and then we have row 7, and then purl row 8, and that's it for the set. So I'm going to purl this row. Oops. I'll slide that stitch right off. All right. And it does have a tendency to curl, even though I did a knit 1, purl 1 on my first row. Some extra slack. All right, so now we are ready for row 7. All right, we are going to knit 2. Cross 2 to the right, knit 3, oops, cross 2 to the left. Oops. And then we're going to knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to repeat. So we'll knit 2, cross 2 to the right, we're going to knit 3, and then cross 2 to the left, cross to the back, back of this first stitch, and then we're going to knit 4, and then we're going to knit 2 extra stitches. That is row 7. So then we have one more purl row, and that's the end of the set, but I'm going to go ahead and end this here, and I'll lay it out. Right. So that is Twigs. So you can see that's the center, and then you have these little branches going off. You started new ones. So that is a very neat stitch. I like that. So we did 2 of them. That was 28 stitches. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's new stitch, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.